folks, I am Ultrazilla, and today I've reviewed the Hasbro Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dino Megazord. Alright, my zillions! Spoiler, here he is all put together already. We will be taking a look at all the components, no worries here. But here he is, yeah man, we put this guy together in a recent Ultrazilla Live, and it did come in three separate sets, so you had to get all of those. They're about $14.99 each. You can get them at Target, Walmart. I got it at Walmart.com, so be on the lookout for that. There is also a set of all of these guys coming out together. I believe it's not going to be out till November, that set, and I did see it on Amazon.com, although the page is not yet available. Like, it comes up in your recommendations, but when you click it, it goes to the generic order page, like generic, you know, it's error page, not order error. So be on the lookout for that. It is gonna be $40, and this altogether came out to $45. So you are saving a little bit by getting them in one set, which is pretty cool, I guess. But I wanted it now, so here it is. Let's do this review to find out if it's any good. For accessories, we get a shield. A mastodon head, of course. Looking pretty good, actually. We'll go over it a little bit further into detail, but in a little bit. But you see it does have a handle here that you put in his hand. And then you could mastodon shield away. I always found this to be more of a better weapon than a shield, honestly. And it should shoot like water out at people, right? Put out some fires. Angel Grove needed some fires put out for sure. And, of course, we get the Power Sword, which looks good. The Megazord Sword? Power Sword? I think Power Sword's for the Red Ranger, right? Megazord Sword. Okay, I can still call it a Power Sword. You get nothing but nothing here. But on this side, you get a little sculpt work. Why couldn't they just do this on both sides? They come on. It's just done in a very simple gray plastic, but it looks okay on one side. Again, really? Come on, you could have did better than that, Hasbro, for this. I know it's like a basic, but it's not really a basic price, but we'll talk about that. But it looks good with the sword, at least. That's for sure. It could stand to be a little bit bigger, but it does look cool. Cool like that. That's what we could have gotten. This is the Legacy Megazord, the black and gold one. I actually never got the regular Megazord from Legacy. I don't know why. Forget it. Regrets. But it fits in his hand perfectly. So if you have an extra one of these swords, how good does that look? I think that looks pretty slick, eh? The last kind of accessory that you get are the guns here on the back, but you can't make them go over the shoulder, so that's a bit of a bummer. These do turn, and they do come out from here. These are the mastodon feet, and these are separate guns, but it looks cool for the aesthetic. It's fine. Articulation on this Megazord. First off, head has no articulation, and that's a bummer. I don't understand why that couldn't have been a swivel there. That's such a simple thing to do. Cut a swivel into that. Like, that's a weird choice, Hasbro. Even for a plain figure. It's not that plain. It's good. Anyway, swivels here at the shoulder. You do have some outward. These move, by the way. And you do have some outward ratchets for the shoulder. You do have a bicep swivel, which is good. And then a single joint at the elbow. Works totally fine. And that's about it there. There's no wrist articulation. There's no waist articulation. Oh, there is waist articulation, is there? Wait a second. Oop. Let's see. Is there waist articulation? Why am I feeling? No. What? There is waist articulation. Those things just both fell off. That's fine. but there is waist articulation. Excellent. Now, legs kick out that much, go back a little bit, they go outwards a little bit, and then you get a swivel at the thigh. You don't get any, this is another weird thing, what I just can't understand why. There is no backwards, and why they couldn't have engineered it just a little bit better. No knee bend backwards. You do get knee bend forwards, nothing backwards. It's just, it's a weird one. It's another odd choice of engineering to me. I can't imagine that being too hard to work in there. You can swivel it like this, a couple of clicks, that's cool. And of course, you can move the heads, so. It's not bad. I mean, it's obviously it's supposed to be basic, but it's not terrible. You know, it's definitely not terrible articulation, but it could be better. There's just a few weird choices here that I'm not understanding. Now, all that said about articulation, I do think these proportions are really nice. It has a nice silhouette, and overall, it's a really good-looking Megazord. A very good Dino Megazord here, in my opinion. I do really like it. You get enough color here for sure. On the back, it's a little bit of a little hodgepodge of, like, you know, feet and tails and whatever, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm not expecting the world over here. And even the sculpt is just, it's just not something you want to look at from the back. You do get the stickering here, and that's fine. But otherwise, yeah, could be better. In the front here, again, you get those stickers, which looks good. And there is, you know, some stickering here. This is a sticker, this is a sticker, but they're well applied. And it helps with the look. Here, sticker on the side here, on both sides, to give it a really nice, robust look. This is paint over here, which looks good. Paint on the eyes, on the nose. It's painted well, but it's just put together a little bit weird. And then, yeah, the seam line just goes through it weird. The eyes on the Triceratops look good, and all the white and yellow look very nice on that head. So that looks pretty cool. More stickering here. This is paint over here. So that's pretty good. Paint everywhere is nice. You get a lot of the gray plastic that we saw, you know, with the sword, that light gray plastic. But it's uniform and it doesn't look terrible. I wish they would have put some covers here. That would have went a long way. I get it. But still, I could hope and dream. It would have been good. And some sort of like coloring here would have been good. As well, you know, you gave us stickers everywhere else. You could have gave us a little sticker there. This sounds like a lot of complaining, but I gotta tell you, I really liked this. I do. So this is a very odd thing. This is paint, the silver here, and that looks good. And the head sculpt is really nice. I really dig it. It's got a silver mouth plate, which is cool. The nose looks good. The eyes are painted well. The cresting is painted a little off, but it's not terrible. And the overall sculpting, I think, is fine. I do. It doesn't go black all the way around, but it looks good. I do dig it. I don't have a problem with this. I think it's totally fine the way they did it. Especially, you know, since it's supposed to be a basic figure. Oh, he's dropping back. Looks articulation aside, looks and articulation. What just happened now is something we should definitely talk about, because he does have a tendency to want to fall back. Like, this is why it would have been good, you know, to create those knees a little bit better. Or give him some heel spurs or something. You know, if you spread him out a little bit, he works better. If you move one... And it also depends on where you are at, and, you know, you can move everything a little bit forward a little bit, so He'll look a little bit forward. But he does stand. It depends on the surface too. So it's not perfect in that regard, but it's definitely something to note that he does like to fall back just a tad. All right, so let's try to reverse engineer this into the Zords. First off, we got the Pterodactyl, which is nice and simple to do. There it is. Looks all right. We've seen the chest already. The wings are just made of that really cheap plastic. Is there ever really a very good pterodactyl? The head is actually not terrible. It's not. I like the pink, so and the red eyes look fine. So I don't mind it. You know, I guess you could say that's articulation, and that is articulation for this one. It's all right. It's not gonna, you're not gonna be able to stand it anywhere, but it's okay, I guess. All right, let's take off this stuff from back here. Put those to the side, and let's go with this leg first. Pop it out. Pop this down. Plop out his tail, and then we have the Triceratops. Now you get these paint here. You can see the threads there, the little feeties in front. He's like, he's a Triceratops tank. The horns are pretty good. They're a little bit soft, but they're not bad. If you want them like that, you can do that, because they do turn. I think the head sculpt is very nice. We looked at it already, but we'll look at it again. I think it is very nice. It's a good Triceratops head. And the overall molding isn't bad here at all. The articulation is the head, the tail, and the horns. Tail's a little bit funny, and it is a little bit gummy too, but all in all, I don't think this is terrible. Okay, we're getting there. We have the Saber-Tooth Tiger. Put down his head. Put down his fangs, which are a little bit off. They do need some warming up. And then the tail comes out like that. So we saw the paint and the stickers. Overall, the molding is not bad. The legs aren't bad. They are kind of hollow, but that's fine. Tail as well. A little bit rubbery on the tail. Head sculpt is really pretty good though. I don't really have a problem with it. They all have like screw holes, but I haven't even mentioned the screws. They don't bother me. Screws don't bother me, especially on a toy like this. Yeah, the head sculpt is pretty good. Ratcheted head, swivel legs. No other joints but the swivels at the thighs. That could be better. Like if this had some articulation in the legs, I think this would have went a long way into making this set feel like it has more value. I mean, you're only gonna be able to get it in a few poses. It's just like jumping, or like about to. So, but it could be worse, I guess. All right, so let's get this mastodon off of the T-Rex, and this has some very, very, very tight little clips. You hear that? They're just scary. So we'll put that guy down here, and then we'll try to figure out how to do this. Oh, these were the worst. These clips going back into here and clipping into this over here is the absolute worst. I do not like it. I do not at all. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Feet. Feet don't fail me now. Oh, these go like this. All right. How did this go? I'm failing, guys. I'm failing. Failing this one. I always have. I always had a problem with this. Where is it? What am I doing? All right, the other legs. Right. Okay. Time out, my friends. I'm doing something wrong. Hold on. All right, figured it out. These go flat like this. That goes like that. And now, where did I put those back things? First off, let's take little guns out. Get the feet in. That's a nice pop. Is that a nice pop? And then we bring in the head. Make sure that is closed. And then these will go into those like that. Right, there you go. And there you go, there's the Mastodon. And that doesn't look bad. You know, hollow on the inside here, but the legs look okay. These do not give you any articulation at all. The head, you can move it, but it's not real articulation. The nose thingy here, the trunk, doesn't really move. Nothing moves on this guy, real. Like you could do this side to side. But the stickers look good. It's a good enough representation of the Mastodon. Can this move up and down? I think it can. Thought it can. Yeah, I believe it can. So yeah, that's not the worst. Before we get to the T-Rex, I did forget that these clip on to here as like faux feet. Faux feet. Ta-da! All right, back to the T-Rex. Let's open up that. Let's take out, let's do this. Move that to the back. And then we will take out this, cover that up, click that back in, move out the arms, fold out the legs. Unfortunately, these don't go anywhere. And then the tail, you can move like that. There's a clip back there, you can see, there you go, you can see it. You put that in there. And this is the best one. This is, I think, is very, very awesome. I actually really like the way this looks, even with his knobbly knees. I do like it. It is a little hollow, again, but the molding is very nice. The tail molding is nice. I do dig it, that's pretty accurate. The back, you know, has some detail. The arms are soft, but they have, not soft, but like soft detail. But the detail is there. The chest looks okay. The yellow there, the red. And the head sculpt is pretty good. And you can open his mouth. How about that? The eyes look good. I really like the head sculpt, actually. It's a good T-Rex, in my opinion. Wait. Am I doing something wrong here? What am I doing here? No, that's fine. Just felt weird. But it's not. Stay. It's because it doesn't want to stay in one place. But overall, yeah. I feel like this is a decent T-Rex. And it's kind of very similar. Maybe you want to do it like that. I'm so close, you can't even see what I'm doing. Very similar sculpt to the SOC in a way. I mean, it's not, but you know, it is. Legs have ratchets, you get all the same articulation, plus you get the knees, and you get the feet. And you get these little arms on little swivels. The head does not move, the head can move up and down, and the mouth opens, and the tail, you can click it off and move it to your heart's content there. But I don't know, I really like this T-Rex sword, I do. And as a team, I gotta say, there's a charm to these guys. They're basic, but they do provide exactly what they're supposed to be. The look that they're supposed to go for. And I don't know, there's something okay about the plastic quality. It's not bad. It feels quality, in my opinion. There's some hollowness and some rubbery parts, but overall, even this, I don't know. It's not bad. Again, I really love this. This T-Rex is amazing. But the rest, they don't bother me. They really don't. Again, there's a charm here that I'm personally digging. And for some size comparisons with the Zords, here's a bunch of figures you might have in your collection. And you might notice that the T-Rex Zord is really, really a good 6-inch T-Rex Zord. And that's cool because in the show, the T-Rex Zord really did a lot of fighting on its own against a lot of the monsters. So if you're looking for one and you don't even care for the Megazord, I would suggest maybe getting a T-Rex Zord for your 6-inch kaiju collection. But these guys have one last thing to do. They do form the battle tank mode. And there you go. Pterodactyl is definitely not that secure. You know, you look at this wrong and that's gonna fall out of there. Because those feet are not that sturdy. But, and you can see, look, it's like, can you see? It's like the way it's kind of sort of hanging out there. But yeah, that's it. You know, that's what you get for the battle tank mode. I think I'm doing this wrong somehow, but it's good enough. This was never something I really liked. Whenever they did this, I always wondered, just why aren't you just getting into the Megazord mode? Just get into the Megazord mode and finish the job. This does absolutely nothing. Maybe it provides some more firepower, but you know what? Maybe it's just to soften up the foes. But yeah, there you go. There's a battle tank mode. You do get that extra play value here, so hey, there's that. And I was gonna do this off camera, but you know what? I figure since we didn't do it before, we might as well do it now. All right, we started off in Megazord mode already. It's rather easy. I mean, it's pretty much like most Megazords. You know, there's not that many ways to go about this. It clips in really nice, so that's good. Everything is secure, which I like. Clips work, so that is good. That in there, nice. Let's get that foot back. I want that to fly off. Put these guys in. Give him his shield. Raise these up. Power sword. Not the cool one, but the actual one. And there you go. And there's Megazord all back together. Nice and easy. And again, I do dig it. It does look cool. And for some Megazord size comparisons, here's a bunch of Megazords you might have in your collection, including the two Build-A-Figure ones, the amazing SRC, the Tamashii Buddies, the Legacy Black and Gold, and the Solar Chogokin. And my final thoughts, I mean, it's not perfect, and I wish it was $5 more, and it's going to be. Just keep checking Amazon, because the box set of this is going to be $5 less than getting them right now. But I think it doesn't come out till November, but you know, those dates are all kind of all over the place. But otherwise, I think it's worth it. I do like it. There is enough color going on here to make me feel good about it. The fact that you can make it into the battle tank mode, even though it's not my favorite thing, is a cool addition. And I think all the Zords have some charm to them. The Megazord itself could use a little bit better articulation, but I do like it. I really do. I think it looks fantastic, honestly. I know, I upped it to fantastic. But I do really like it. I very much do. So I'm very happy with this. Your mileage might vary, but hey, we're all different, right? So, I feel good enough to say I recommend it. I do like it, but not now. Wait for the box set. If you can get your hands on the box set for $5 less, I think you're gonna really like it. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below. And please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peace.